Okay, I'm sorry, but you guys are just going to have to bear with me. They have decided to change the lesson plans up a little bit again. So on Wednesday is when we should be doing the notes on combinations. And then Thursday and Friday are going to be practice days. And one of the things we're going to be practicing is making sure you guys know when it's a permutation versus when it's a combination. Okay, so these notes are going to be super short. It's only 3 slides. Please fill them in either before class or during class, and then turn in your permutation homework, and then you can pick up and do the combination homework. Okay, so what a combination is the number of ways that you can choose R objects from a group of n unique elements, but order's not going to matter. So it's like having, 20 pieces of candy in a bag and you just want to reach in and grab 3 of them. What are all the ways you could do that? The order doesn't matter. And so that's what we call a combination, not a permutation, because on a permutation, order does matter. And the formula changes slightly. There's an added part to it. We still have the n factorial that our permutations had. We still have the n minus r factorial that our permutation formula had. But here's the new part. We also do r factorial. Okay, and that just means we're going to have more numbers in the denominator. So that does mean that most of the time the numbers are more manageable. You will still want a calculator. I don't know if you'll have calculators where you are on Wednesday in class when you float out with a different teacher, but you can always use your phone because it's just multiplication. Okay, so if I want to do 10, choose 3, that's the way that we say this is 10, choose 3. Okay, because I'm just randomly grabbing 3 things, order doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to set up the formula, and according to the formula, 10 choose 3 would be 10 factorial over 3 factorial, 10 minus 3 factorial. Okay, so if I just start simplifying it, because we want to learn how to do this by hand as well as with our calculator, and I can't show you on the calculator with this particular app, but it's the same function as yesterday. It's just you choose option 3 from the probability menu on your calculator instead of option 2. Okay, so I'm going to take this, that 10 minus 3 is 7, of course. And so I would have 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 dot, 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 dot. Then right here, I would have 3 times 2 times 1. And then this would be 7 times 6 times 5 dot, 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 dot. And just like all of our other formulas with factorials, everything from here down will cancel. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 will all cancel. And then the numbers that are still remaining in the denominator will cancel, but they're not going to completely cancel out anything from the numerator. They're just going to reduce. So for example, this 3 will reduce the 9 down to a 3. And the 2 will reduce either the 8 or the 10, it doesn't matter. Reduce that. And so all I have left on top is a 10 times a 3 times a 4. Okay, and so that would give me 120 possible combinations. And then you can always confirm this in your calculator. Remember, you type in the number. Okay, so you're going to type that in. You're going to go to your math menu and arrow over to probability and choose option 3, which is going to look like that, of course. And then you tell it to choose 3 things. So you put the 3 in. And then you hit enter and you still get 120. So you've just confirmed that the answer we got was correct. Okay, so then the final problem says that you've got this chef. They have 12 new main course meals. You notice they're not doing Like our previous problems, we had the appetizer, we had the main course, we had the veggie, you know, those kinds of things. This is just 12 main courses, and he's just going to choose any 3 of them to enter in a competition. So order doesn't matter. So what he's doing is he's doing 12, choose 3. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to set it up. I'm going to set it up algebraically again, and then of course we can always confirm it with our calculator. So that would be 12 factorial over 3 factorial, 12 minus 3 factorial. Excuse me. Okay, and of course the 12 minus 3 is going to give me 9. Okay, so I start setting it all up. I have 12 times 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 dot 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 dot. The 3 factorial that's down here will give me 3, 2, 1 again. And of course the 1's invisible, it's optional. You don't even have to put it. And then the 9 factorial is going to give me 9 times 8 times 7 dot 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 dot. And then I just start canceling stuff. So 9 on down, 9 on down. It's gone. Okay? And, I mean, it's up to you, but probably what I do is I would just take the whole, this is a 6, and I would reduce the 12 down to a 2. That's just what I would do. And so all you have left on top is the 2 times the 11 times the 10. And so you would have 220 options. And then if you type this into your calculator, and so you're doing 12, choose 3, you get the same answer. And so you can confirm that it was correct. So that's how you do combinations. Okay? And so, like I said, you're going to turn in permutations, the permutation homework. Okay? If you were absent today on Tuesday, the teacher who's floating with you tomorrow will have a copy of the completed notes and a copy of the homework for you. And then you're going to get the combination homework, and you're going to work on that. Okay? I prefer you, even if you finish it, I prefer you hold on to it, because the floating teacher is already going to be collecting an assignment from a lot of you guys, and it's just going to get confusing and mixed up. And then Thursday and Friday are going to be practice days with both of these concepts, so that you can practice knowing which one do I do when, and how do I know which situation it is, and then your quiz is Monday. Okay? So just keep all that in the back of your mind as you're working on stuff. Remember, this is the last unit, and it's a very short unit. We test already at the end of next week, so don't be falling behind on work, because you're going to have very little time for late work. And I don't want you guys doing that in the last unit of the year. Okay, see you guys later.